Recently, I've watched Silence by Martin Scorsese. I didn't really understand the name of the movie until I finished it, and a question was brought to me. What if Jesus does not answer us? What does it mean when our prayers to the sky, when we are in such a pain, is followed by nothing but the silence and the white of the clouds and the blue of the skies that has been there for billions of years? Well, I don't have the response, but maybe some words of reflection that can help to maintain our faith. In these moments, we feel there are a lack of signals and presence from Him. I'd like to start with when Jesus said that the student is not bigger than his master. So if Christ Himself was persecuted, their disciples would be as well. So from this, I presume that following Jesus is about suffering, and I don't think it can be separated or avoided. Of course, his sacrifice was perfect, just like he is perfect, and there's no comparison with our sacrifices. Actually, Jesus was crucified because of the sins of the whole humankind, besides he himself never sinned. On the other side, our suffering, or at least I think this way, comes from the fact that we are attached to the things of this world. And this is a contradiction with the gospel. And that is the cause of our anguish. We know the right path, but we don't love it enough to give up ephemeral pleasures that keep us away from heaven. Remember, the Bible never said Jesus had a house. Actually, he was born in an improvised place, never had a boat, besides a few times he was on a board. And even when some call him to say that his mother and brothers are searching for him, he says that anyone who accomplishes God's wish is his familiar. Jesus has nothing to do with this world, which, in his words, the price is the demon. So our troubles as Christians living in a world of terrain desires, it comes exactly from the fact that it seems we can't leave the scene to leave Jesus' teachings. But let's come back to the movie. We belong to God, right? He gave us life and He can take it back whenever He wants. I mean, He is the owner, so I think that is just. It happens that during our lifetime, we have the opportunity of living the faith, which sometimes can be resumed in how much can we believe, besides so much as diversities. So in the movie, we have this father going to Japan, where Christians were being severely persecuted and punished. There, he is received by poor Christians communities that, when the Japanese got to know that they keep a father hidden, decide to risk their own lives to protect the father. The movie brings a lot more than I can discuss here, but for now I want to focus in one thing. Almost the whole movie, the father keep praying to God for an answer, which he never gets. An answer for those who are suffering and dying to protect the father, or to not step on or spit on the image of Jesus. They are literally giving their lives for their faith, being tortured to death while the Father's requests are replied with silence. At that point, anything would be enough. It didn't need to be a voice from the sky telling the priest that God is with him. I think that I think just a dream would be nice, but God decided to keep silence. Now I ask you, how many times in our life we get sad for this lack of feeling God's presence? How many times we are passing through a hard moment and we question God's will, and then after the trouble goes past, we ask sorry for doubting God? Well, I've been like that a lot, and now I think I have a better way to deal with that. Trust in God as much as I can because I've already overcome difficulties. Because I know He would never give me a burden heavier than I could carry. Because it doesn't matter where He leads me to, I'm sure it's the right path. God's silence is a huge challenge because He is watching us, thinking think that maybe He is not there. And if we accomplish it, If our faith is such, then we must rejoice, because maybe it means we one step closer to Him.